Hi folks, I'm Jerry. I'm your other host for the Quebec Outdoors Show.
You want this?
Sure. Good thing.
No, of course.
Okay. Oh.
That one side. This one's not. Yep.
Okay, what can I tell you guys? What would you like to know?
Everything's fucking up. I want to know what your plans are for this summer. What kind of fishing you guys have planned to do. What kind of videos you're gonna put up for the YouTube video, the followers, the subscribers.
Well, first of all, people, we need people to subscribe and like. You know, it's nice that we do this, but we're also doing it for you, for your entertainment, your educational purposes, because we know there are some anglers out there who are beginners and are asking themselves all sorts of questions. They'll be seeing videos on YouTube and they'll be asking themselves how, why would they do it, you know. So if everything goes good, it's to help you guys clear up some questions, and also to show you what our lovely province of Quebec looks like. Any other questions, Brian?
Yeah, I have several questions. Like, why haven't you put out a video? Why haven't you uploaded a video in 2 years? Almost 2 years.
No video in 2 years. That's a good question. I was too high. No, seriously, folks. When you're alone and you like to have a partner with you when you go fishing, and all of a sudden all your partners leave, well, it's kind of boring. I didn't have my dog back then either. Now I do, so that kind of rectifies a couple of problems. But it's because, how can I say this? Right now, our budget does not permit us to have fancy equipment, fancy cameras. We are going with a Kodak 9.2 megapixel camera, which is capable of recording videos. Oh wait, is that thing going? This one?
No, I don't think so.
Is it still going?
It's on, but it wasn't recording.
Okay. Over here, it's a Midland camera, video camcorder, which does the same thing the GoPro would. Same damn thing. In 2014, for the first video, autumn fishing in Richmond, I only had the one camera, and that's Midland. That's what everything was recorded on. Now we're stepping it up. Well, not really stepping it up, we're trying to step it up by adding another one. And then we decided to try and step it up one more time, because now we got two cameras. One gives us HD, the other one gives us standard definition. Standard definition, unfortunately, picture's not as good. We're trying to step it up by including footage taken by a Fujifilm XP camcorder, which is also, how can I say this, it's supposed to be waterproof. We should be able to put it under the water, people, and get footage as we're bringing in these fish. That is our goal.
What kind of fish do you plan on catching this year?
What kind of fish? Here, look. It's not what I want to catch. YouTube. We have the Quebec Outdoors Show's Facebook page. The link is in our channel here. Click on it, go to our Facebook page. You decide what Canadian fish that lives in Quebec that you would like us to go fish for. If it is within our means, in other words, if we can financially do it, we will. Okay, but so far this year, we have one video that we're going to be making, well, not making, but editing very shortly. It's trout. There'll be a part 1 and a part 2. After that, it's hard to say because we got a month and a half of absolutely nothing to do except fish for trout. So, our main goal is to fill up our freezer with as much trout, legal trout, as we can. But it still remains the Quebec Outdoor Show on Facebook. It's our official Facebook page. Like the page to start with. Leave a comment. What fish would you like us to go and try and catch? We, during those trips, during those fishing trips, every fish that you see us release, we will show you how to do it properly. Unfortunately, all you people out there that are against people keeping fish, you are not going to like us. Alright, we do practice catch and release on fish which are smaller than the legal limit, over the legal limit, and there are some that are the legal limit size that we will literally show us throwing back. Because if we think that at 16 inches one walleye is a keeper, because over here it's 14.5 to 15 inches that we can keep them, but if we find that 16 incher is a keeper, we will keep it. All depends if it's skinny or husky. If it's a plump fish, most of the time it will go back, because that's the one that's going to the year after start breeding, or the year after that. All the big ones we throw back because those are our breeders. We want them to keep giving us fish so that we can keep doing this.
Okay, but another fish, that was only trout. What other kind of fish do you plan on fishing for?
Just like I said, YouTubers.
No, we gotta.
You guys decide. Because it's fine and dandy, you know. I can say I want to go for trout. I got a month and a half to do it. Perch is also open, but then we have an upcoming season of bass, pike, walleye, muskie, sturgeon, yellow sturgeon. We are not allowed to keep. There is a ban on yellow sturgeon. White sturgeon, I don't know if we have any here, but we will try and get some. What size? We don't know. It's going to be as much of a surprise to us as to you. Same thing with your choice of fish. It will be a total surprise for us every time we go on the page and see somebody that says, okay, I'd like to see a video on northern pike. I'd like to see a video on grass pike. Seeing that, yes, they're both pikes, but they're not the same pike. I'd like to see a video on muskie. So, and people, do not get me wrong, we are not professionals. We don't do this because we got $1,000 a day or whatever coming in. Our budget is zero. Okay, so that means whatever we do, it comes out of our pocket. But I will say this: anybody who knows of a company, a bait shop, tackle shop, hunting shop, that would like, who might be interested in our channel, in other words, subscribing and liking what we do, okay, we are not going to refuse any sponsors, but we will not, under any circumstances, plug a company which is not sponsoring us. For example, Ford. My car is not a Ford, so you'll never hear Ford unless we have a guest and his last name is Ford. Then the name will be plugged. Besides that, we will not plug any manufacturer, any supplier of any item or good. unless they have supplied goods to us to promote, to review.
What kind of fish is your favorite fish, taste-wise?
Trout, salmon, pike, muskie.
And what are your limits for
Walleye.
fish? Like, what are your daily limits for fish you plan on catching this year?
Okay, well look, people, I said this in the video you guys are about to see. Keep it simple. Okay? Simple. S-I-M-P-L-E. Simple. This is how I'm keeping it simple this year. These are the regulations here in Quebec. What's open, when it's open, how many we are allowed to have. This is like the Bible to a Christian. Alright? This is always in my possession every time I go fishing. Because the last thing I need is to have the game wardens up my ass trying to take my car, my reels, my everything away. Just because I forgot this at home and I forgot the limits.
So how many brook trout can you catch a day?
Brook trout, there's 5 brook trout that we're allowed per day.
Okay.
And even then, see, people, keep it simple. Very simple. Here's the page where we're at. We're in zone 6. Right here is all our limits. Okay, now, when Brandon asked me what our limit was for brook trout, I said 5. If I would have looked in here first, okay, you guys would have seen me say 10. Because our brook trout limit is 10. Alright? We have a little bonus this year. Rainbow trout, people. Gorgeous fish. Good fighter, combatant, just like the brook. We have an unlimited amount that we can catch this year. But our problem is finding a honey hole. Last year I found a honey hole for brook trout. We scored. This year we scored. We got lost the first time, but that's for another video. But we scored. We came back with 8. That's in Spring Brookies in a farmer's field, part 1. You're going to see all this. Part 2, I'm handing the reins over to Brandon because he saw something that told me about it, and I told him I would like him to show you guys what he found. Alright, so that'll be in part 2.
When's part 2 gonna come?
As soon as we're done part 1.
Can you give us
How's that?
approximately a time, maybe?
Let's put it this way. With 1st of May today, we are Sunday. If everything goes good, the weather's bad tomorrow, I can apply myself to this. I can get part 1 edited to a point where I can share it at least. You know, let you guys in on what we did. Tweak it eventually, but, you know, we're going to edit as much as we can just to be able to get it out there fast. Alright? Okay, people. I guess we've come to the end of this segment. But, on a leaving note, I'm going to repeat myself. Keep it simple. Alright? When you go fishing, anglers that respect nature, respect the environment they're fishing in, respect the fish they're going for. Okay? You bring garbage in, you bring it out. Unless you plan on burning it there on site. And if so, make sure your fire is well out, because if it's not, forest fires start. There go our natural resources, our creeks, everything. Everything comes to a stall.
Wildlife.
Alright? Nature has a hard time recuperating from this after we feel the effect. Simplicity. Alright? When I go fishing for trout, I do not bring 3, 4 tackle boxes. I have a fishing vest with many pockets. Most of the pockets have their own little goods. Okay? So that means if I'm using small hooks, small split shots, I'll have them with me. Alright? I don't know if you guys can see this. If you can't, too bad. Alright? You're going to see me wearing it. This is the vest. Okay? Now, many are pockets. Don't be afraid to load them up. It will be heavy. But when you get to your brook and you're catching these fish, like you see in part 1, alright, I brought in, what was it, 6 nice keepers. Brook trout. Didn't take long. Alright. You will see the video in its entirety when it comes to that. If I have to edit anything, it's going to be short. Alright? But you're going to see it's fast. Alright? This is all I need when I go for trout. My vest. I put everything I need in it. It's simple. Vest on my back. I got my creel. My creel is on my neck. All my fish go in it. Okay? We, as you saw earlier, we have, here's my creel. It's a plastic one. You're saying, sure, you know, it's cheap. Yes. I got it used. Yes. Who cares?
It works.
In part 1 of Spring Brookies, you will hear me say, why spend $20 to $30 in tackle, in gear, when you can spend maybe $10, $15. Alright? It's made out of plastic. It will break. Okay? I don't care. It's not because I'm Mr. Moneybucks or whatever. It's not that. You know, I just told you guys, our budget is zero. Whatever we invest into this show, into this channel, comes out of our pockets. Alright? I don't have a durable wooden basket or whatever it's made out of. Ratang is what we say in French, but
It's a wicker?
this, yeah,
A wicker.
wicker creel. Alright? I don't have one. It's lighter, yes. More durable than this? I really don't know. Alright? Is it going to keep my fish as fresh as this? Oh yeah. Am I going to have to dunk my fish in water to keep them dry, moist, I should say, so that they don't dry out too much? Yes. Okay. Am I going to have to do that with the wicker one? Absolutely. So, why spend $60 on a wicker creel when you can buy one at a yard sale for $2?
Here's one of these.
Alright? I have 2 methods of keeping fish. Alright, my creel. Okay? If by any chance my creel is somewhere else, okay, it's at the last place that I fished, and I'm, let's say, I don't know, 100 feet, 150 feet further upstream than my creel is, I will have this, which is, everybody knows this, fish chain. It's in my vest. Alright, I do not leave this with the tripod, cameras, where we set up everything. It's not where I leave things. Alright? It's in my vest. It's handy. It's simple.
Portable.
It's simple.
Portable.
It's as simple as opening your side pocket, putting your chain in, going where you want, and knowing you got something to tie up your fish. Alright? To hold it. But here's a simpler way. And I mean, you can't get any more simpler than this. A friggin' tree branch.
Why?
It's that simple. Simplicity. A tree branch. You can put 20, at least 20 nice sized brookies on a tree branch. Just make sure you have a Y somewhere to stop them from sliding off. That's it. Simple. Alright? Brandon, in his segment earlier, showed you what we were using for worms. Now people, simplicity. Also, use what you have. Alright? We went and bought the first container of worms. Okay, it was $10.99 for 40 large worms. Brandon took 45 minutes earlier, filled up the tub with what was missing from our fishing yesterday. Alright, so he brought us straight back up to our original 40 worms in that tub. But where's my yellow you guys have all seen this. Come on, you guys have seen this somewhere in a yard sale. They're black, they're red, they're green, they're yellow. They're your worm holders. Alright? This is simple, people. Keyword in my life right now is simple. Simplicity. This. You can put it on your belt. Alright? If you have a vest, stick it in one of the pockets. Make sure it's in there well. Your worms aren't going nowhere. Neither is your worm holder. Alright? You've always got it with you. It's that simple. Get belt or pocket. That's simple. Alright? Big worms. I'm going to get dirty here. But I don't care. Look at this juicy mother. Look at that. You tell me if you're a trout that you wouldn't go for this sucker. Alright? I'm telling you right now, I'm so damn hungry I could eat this sucker myself. Alright? I'm not going to gross you guys out. Alright? So, night trawlers. Here's a good subject. Alright? I was talking to people around here that are familiar with our surroundings and where good spots are. Alright? A true angler, and listen to me people, this is fucking urgent. Alright? A true angler will not divulge his honey holes. Alright? So, neither are we. Okay? The Quebec Outdoor Show will not give exact locations of where we are going. Alright? But if by chance, let's say we take a trip to Ottawa and we want to fish the Ottawa River, alright, we will literally tell you guys, we are in Ottawa. We are going to be fishing the Ottawa River.
Let's have a meetup.
We will not give it any coordinates. None. Alright? Because what's the best part of fishing? Besides the simplicity, how simple it is. Alright?
Sit there and relax by the water?
No.
Yeah.
It's, you never know what you're going to get.
The rush.
Alright? When you think of Forrest Gump, what Forrest Gump's mother told him, life is like a box of chocolate. You never know what you're going to get. Fishing is the same thing, people. Unless you got one lure that attracts only one kind of fish, you never know what you're going to get. Alright? We went fishing yesterday for a brook trout. We got lucky, that's all we got. Alright? But this brook is known to have suckers, shiners, also chub. Okay? We got lucky. everything we caught was nothing but brook trout. So,
Small.
you could say that, you know, it's a rare instance. But, like I said, we will not give exact locations for a simple reason. Anybody wants to go where we went, alright,
They gotta come through us first.
let the adventure begin. Okay, we'll tell you what city we're in, what area more or less,
That's not gonna help.
but then it's up to you to become adventurers and go find those spots. Because we're going to be doing the same thing to show you what we're catching, what we have available when it comes to fish here in Quebec. All right. I said it once. I've even said it on both the channel, YouTube channel, and our Facebook channel.
What'd you say?
It's not that we want to be snobs, all right, but we are here in Richmond, Quebec. We're in between two major cities, Drummondville and Sherbrooke. We are surrounded, surrounded by some of the best fishing for freshwater fish in the world. All right. In the States, you guys have species, we don't. We have everything you have, but we know how to catch them. All right. And the best way to catch them
We'll be showing
is
part 2.
by trying everything you have. Simple, eh?
You think
Now,
you might show us one of your little tricks in a future video?
I'll show you something right now. All right. Now you guys are sitting there saying, "Hey, these guys are idiots. They don't know what you're talking about. They're using big moon." What the hell do we call those worms?
Night crawlers?
Night crawlers. We're using big night crawlers. All right. Yeah. We want to save money. We want to save our backs because we don't want to be knelt down in the yard every friggin' night trying to get these things. All right. So, what's the main thing when you go for trout? What do trout do? They're visual. They're in clean water, pristine water, clear water. All right. They will get into murky water because there's runoff from fields and all that. But they're very visual fish. So if you use a night crawler, I always like to use the tail first because it's the paler section. They see it. When we cut them up, we do not cut them up in 4 pieces right away. We literally...
Oh, your worm's up in the back in the fridge. Oh.
I, with my worm holder, will literally take my worm. See, right now I'm holding them upside down, so I'll put them inside. I'll close my lid, as you can see. Okay, you see part of the worm? I will literally rip that piece off. Okay, I will put that on my hook. Okay. About 15-20 seconds later, I'll be fighting a trout. Guaranteed. And you guys will see this in part 1. Now, simplicity. Okay, I said I was going to show you guys something. This is my setup. And unfortunately, I am not set up right now. Okay, as you can see, here's my line. Alright? I got snagged in branches. And I swore like a son of a bitch. Why? Because it was the 5th time I lost stuff there. But it didn't deter me. I had fish to catch. I had a partner to outfish. Alright? I am competitive when it comes to fishing. But I do give my partners their right to fish, their right to go in and come out number one. Alright? Yesterday we went, unfortunately Brandon only caught 2. He caught the first 2 within...
Caught 4. 2 were too small.
The first 2 were caught within, I don't know, not even 5 minutes. Alright, because I did not have enough time to get to where I wanted, that I turned around, looked at Brandon, and he was walking towards my creel with a trout. Alright? So, that you're going to see in part 1. 2 quick catches from Brandon, but from a distance. And then you will see how fast the action can be. Alright? Now, I showed you my rod. Alright? This is the only time, people, I will literally name the equipment I am using. Okay? This is my Shimano setup. It's a light to medium action rod, more on the light. Okay? This is what I use for trout or panfish. So, perch is also open. Unfortunately, we are not like in the States where we have jumbo perch that weigh anywhere between a pound to 2 pounds. Okay? If we get perch that are a pound, we throw them back, because we know those are breeders. So on average, half a pound, 3/4 of a pound, edible, but too much work. Okay? So simplest thing to do is make a day of it, bring the kids, have fun. Alright?
Catch and release.
Catch and release, you will see, we have a problem with catch and release. Alright? If you guys send us on a trip or ask us to go fishing for fish that we eat, alright?
Don't see them going, they're not going down.
You guys will not be catching us doing the same in a catch and release. There is no way in hell I'm going to give away or throw back fish that I eat unless I've already caught my limit. Alright? Then I will ask my partner Brandon, have you got your limit? No, good.
Put this on your hook.
I'll work on his. Once I've attained finishing his, if he hasn't done it, then it will be catch and release, because then we're going to have fun. Alright? Now, Brandon shows you more or less what we were using earlier, but I noticed that he didn't go right into depth.
I forgot.
So, I'm going to take out a couple of things here. Alright? If you notice, I do not have a tackle box here. Alright? You're hearing this. It is all coming out of this, by the way. Alright? I got a pocket here. If you guys want to know, it's in the back. I keep my fillet knife there. Okay? I feel it when I walk, but it is not intrusive. It's not bothersome. Okay? My vest also has, besides having these pockets in the front, I have pockets here where normally my chain will be. Okay? Because I never know where my damn creel is going to be. Okay? I never know how many trout are going to bite. So, simple rule of thumb, be prepared. Other side.
Duh. Jerry doesn't know how to put on coat, guys.
Here's where. Okay, here we go, folks. Okay. Rod and reel. Okay, this line has been changed yesterday. It has not been baptized yet. The line I'm using is not a known fishing line. We buy this at the hardware store, of all places, not even the bait shop. Okay, or we can't even, we're not, oh man, we don't have bait shops up here, people. Okay?
Go to the corner.
We are allowed to fish with bait, worms, dead minnows. We are not, under any circumstances, allowed to fish with live bait. So, live minnows, out of the question. So that means bait shops, out of the question. Tackle shops, few and far apart. Okay? So, here's what I use. Everything that you see right here in front of me. Brandon?
Yes.
Can you angle it so that you can see more, please? Okay, right here. Alright? This is more or less all I need. Besides my worm holder and my worms, and my vest, I have everything I need right here. Okay? This little container. In here, we will find split shots, trout-sized hooks, which vary from
4 under. You don't use bigger than 4.
I would even say 6 at times, alright? Because they just happen to be in there. Okay, like, look at this, people. Alright? That is a fairly big hook. We use them. We use this. Alright? Because we are blessed here. When we find a honey hole and we are able to empty it of all the small trout, okay, whether we have released them into a different pond, a different section of that brook, or whether we kept them because they were big enough and we found them juicy enough, alright, there will always be the bigger ones, the bosses, you know, like
Alpha male?
I have my honey hole, but I share it with the guy that lives there. I don't live there, he does. So my goal is to get him out of there. Okay? So that's when I'll use this. And when I use this, it's not just a 1-inch piece of night crawler then. It's half of a night crawler. Because I know trout, no matter what trout it is, they are voracious. They will eat. Especially when they smell it and see it.
They're on
Big trout, you need just no bigger than this. But on average, myself, I prefer to use one of those two sizes. Okay, for the simple reason, no matter how big the trout is, he will take it. Okay?
And the smaller one, that's a 2, right? That looks like a 2.
Yeah, but there are hooks, okay, for trout, where the shank isn't as long as this one. Okay?
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I don't have any in this little thing right now. As a matter of fact, I do. I think. There you go. 3 different size hooks. I use all 3. The big one I showed you guys earlier, I kind of steer away from it. Okay? I really do. Now, split shots. An 1/8 of an ounce, 1/8 of an ounce, 1/4 of an ounce, no bigger. Depending on the current of your brook. Alright? You know when I say keep it simple, people. Okay, if you have, let's say, this hook. You got your worm on it. And
put it on the white. You can see it more if you want.
Okay, you got that hook right there that I just had on the cloth. Alright? You got your worm on it. And this ain't going to be a 1-inch piece of night crawler. It's going to be even bigger than that. Because you literally have to bury the hook. You know, you cannot let the trout see it, or else they might get spooked. So this is an instance where you can fish without a sinker. Okay? Because you're gonna let line out, but you're not gonna throw your hook right away. Okay? You're gonna get enough line so that you can just flip it where you want. And then just let it calmly, slowly float down. Okay? Most trout will not take your bait from on the bottom of the creek, on the creek bed. It won't do it. Alright? So that's why a lot of us will kind of pop it, you know? We'll pop it. Get it up there. Okay, then they'll strike. But if you have to use your slip shot because you want to cast it out, then keep it simple. Something small. If you have, what is it? The smallest split shot. I don't remember what the weight of it is. But let's say you just got the very tiny ones. Double it up. That's all.
Yeah.
You know, you can't cast it out, double it up. It's that simple. Okay? Containers like this, you can buy at the tackle shop. You can buy them at your grocery store. Okay? Ziplocs. I'm not promoting Ziploc. Alright? Not at all. But they're plastic containers. No. Any plastic container you can use to bring with you. Now, these hooks, they're in my vest, but I really don't know why. Alright? I think I'm waiting for that granddaddy brook trout. You know, that 5-pound brook trout which eludes everybody. Okay? These are way too big for trout. But on the other hand, those which are just slightly smaller than that one. Okay, look, I'll even show it. I'll get two of them.
Yeah.
Okay. These two would work good. This one's seems to be longer. But what the difference is really is right here. The gap between the point and the shaft. If you can see, there's more of a gap here. So that means this part is wider than this one. This one, it's straight. You look at the point of your hook and you look at the shaft, they're parallel. Okay? You guys have heard of circle hooks. Well, these are not circle hooks. But you can almost say that they are, just the way that the point goes.
That's not focusing in, right?
It's tossed over a bit, just something like a circle hook would. Okay? These also have two little
back teeth.
Two little points. Alright? That's for holding your worm. Okay? If you put your worm on properly onto a hook, you can take this, throw it in the garbage. This will do. This doesn't have any of those. Okay? So, this is in my vest. I don't know why. This, people. This is where I make my money. This is where the children mature. This is where men become men. Alright? 4 split shots.
It's terrible.
All different. All different. All the size we need for brooks, browns, any any trout really, except for lake trout or gray trout or wawanish or tulezi, the big trout. Okay, but rainbows, brooks, browns,
Sprinkled.
okay,
Sprinkled.
that's all you need. The sizes I have here, okay, on average you need one split shot. That's it. But remember me saying a couple of minutes ago, if you're stuck with just small ones, alright, just small ones, this is the smallest I think I have. If this is not heavy enough for me to cast with, the cure is simple. Double up. I'll throw another one on. I can afford it. The Quebec Outdoor Show pays for them. Haha.
Which is us.
Alright? So, that's my basic kit. But, there's something you guys haven't seen yet. This file.
Oof, fucking no, battery even filming for almost an hour.
This file is my best. What does not catch fish? Dull hooks.
Hook.
Dull hooks, people. So, if I have a dull hook, zing, 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 a couple of times, zing, 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 zing. She's sharp again. I don't lose any more fish. Oh, I'm happy. Alright? This is also in my kit. These are standard long nose pliers that I got on sale at a dollar store. Alright? Keyword, people, is what? Simplicity. Things have got to be simple. Cheap. Alright? The cheaper the better. Because it's simpler.
You're gonna lose it all.
Alright?
Well, lose a lot of it.
These will do the same damn thing as your $60 friggin' hook removers. I paid $2. Okay? It's simple. Alright? Now, you saw this, you saw my split shots, you saw my hooks. Normally what I'll do is, once I've threaded my rod, the first thing I'll put on is my hook. Alright, because then I get to choose the size I want. The size I think will be best for that brook or that river, whatever. Alright? Seeing that we're doing trout. Alright? My split shot will be an average size split shot, about 1/8 of an ounce. Okay? Which is about this.
Put it in your palm. It's easier to see it.
Which is about that. Alright? That is the simplest thing anybody can do.
Because
All right.
see your hands, it gives you a
Now, the fact that mine is not set up, I will show you one that is set up. Alright? Yeah. Yours is set up, mine ain't. Now, you guys saw this earlier. Alright? This is Brandon's Shimano rod reel. Alright? He has an R4000 Shimano reel. Alright? If you notice, both of our reels are more or less the same. Okay? They're pretty much the same. If I was to blow mine up or pass his through a shrinking machine, alright? He has the 4000, I have the 2000. There is a big difference in our rod and reels. His is bigger, he can catch bigger stuff than I can. He can go in the river with his, I cannot. Well, I can, but I refuse to. Okay? For a simple reason. Brandon's rod is more of a medium rod. Alright? It's good for walleye. It's good for small pike. It's good for bass.
What I like.
You know, he could probably bring in a nice sized sturgeon with this too. Alright? I wouldn't be able to do it with mine. Mine sensitivity, it's just not the same. Same thing with my reel. My reel is smaller than his. Okay, so that means my capacity to hold line isn't as good as his. But this combo I use only for trout. Nothing else. Okay, it doesn't matter what trout. Unless we're talking the big ones. Lake trout, tulezi, wanish. Okay, then I got another rod for that, but that's another video. Alright? Now, here is the way we set up. Okay? Right now, this is no good. Alright? If nobody can tell me why, I will tell you why.
Why?
The hook is good. Hook is good. It's got a nice size.
That's why.
You know, the shank is not too long. You know, it's just nice. You know, nice size there.
I don't even see it. It's gotta be on there.
The weight, his split shot, before you readjusted it, was
Yeah,
like over here.
When I
Okay,
when I
which is
closed-
about 4 inches away from his hook.
When I closed it, I tightened it too much.
Okay? Me personally, I prefer, and this is just me. Okay? People have their own opinion on everything. But my split shot will be minimum 6 inches above my hook. The big max is 12 inches. I will not go past 12 inches. So that gives me more or less like a 12-inch leader before my hook. Alright? I prefer 6 to 8 inches above, because then I can control this like I want. Alright? If I want to flip it in, I can flip it in anywhere I want. Alright, I don't have to worry about the extra 4 inches I might get tangled into a branch. Alright? It's a simple technique that when you talk to people and you tell them how you fish, no, I don't believe you. You're a fucking idiot. Why the hell are you fishing that way? You know? We were also asked why the hell we buy humongous worms.
Can't fish with them.
They work. You know? Why the hell should I pay $11 for 40 small worms, okay, when I can get 40 large worms, cut them down to the size I need, catch 4, minimum 4 fish per worm. When I say fish, I'm talking about trout. 4 trout per worm. Brook trout, rainbow trout, alright, brown trout. Small worms, it's 1 worm per hook. So you got 40 worms, you can catch 40 trout. Small worms.
You know.
I have 40 large worms that I cut in 4. So, do the math, people. I quadruple what I have in worms. Alright? Now, you saw me with my worm holder. I would suggest that you guys get a little box like this. Alright? What this is some finishing nails. Alright? 3/4 inch long finishing nails. I will literally dump these into a jar, a baby jar. Alright, just to get this friggin' container. And why is that? Well, when I take a worm and cut them up, alright, when I take the first piece off the worm, I do not like to put that worm back with the healthy worms. Because if I cannot find him again, what will happen is that he will eventually die and he will contaminate the rest of my worms. I don't want that.
There goes your worms.
Alright? So, I will literally bring a little container. You took a piece off your worm, put your worm in here. It's simple. Put your worm in here. Where you're fishing, you can take this and put it down beside your tackle box, beside your bag, whatever, you will still have your worm egg without contaminating the other ones. Last thing you want to do is contaminate the worms, because then you're screwed. What are you going to use? Your husband, your wife, your kids, your dog? I don't think so. Not for Brooke. Alright? So, keep it simple, people. Anything else that we should cover right now?
You the third crew member? Over there on the couch?
Oh. Oh. Oh.
No.
Oh.
I thought about it earlier, actually.
I do something that maybe I should not do. Alright? And I bring my dog with me. Alright? I am a single man. And I love my bitch. Alright? I just love her. She's the only bitch so far that has never fucked me over. Never stolen my money. Never did me wrong. Alright? Well, did me wrong. She's almost a year and a half and she still has problems listening, but hey, she's still young. Alright? So, this is a member of the Quebec Outdoor Show. She, let's say, is our silent partner on average.
You might see her every now and then, but
if she sees another animal, she will let you know. But anyways, I'm going to introduce you to her. Bibi. Bibi. You sit. This, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, and faithful spectators and subscribers, is Foxy Roxy. She is the sexiest bitch here in Richmond, and she is mine. Alright?
Hi, Roxy.
I pity the fool who tries to tangle with her. Alright, because he's going to have to tangle with me first. This is the kindest dog you can ever have. Alright? Yes, we will hear her bark every now and then, you know, but she is the friendliest girl you can ever meet. You know? You'll have to excuse her. I think she's a little camera shy tonight.
she looks tired.
No, she's tired. Okay. Busy. She's ready to do though. So that was Foxy Roxy. That's our silent partner. When we have things that we have to discuss, she's in the meeting with us. We never ask her for her feedback. We're not interested in that.
We never understand it anyways.
Oh, I do. I do. I talk bitch, by the way. Alright, in case you're wondering. Alright. Because I've had so many in my life that I've learned the lingo. Alright. Anyways. Getting back to the show. Yeah. Within the next couple of days, if everything goes good, we're going to finish part 2 of... Oh man, no, I'm sorry folks, but I just pulled a Brandon, alright, my co-host. What I wanted to say was the Quebec Outdoor Show, alright. I looked at him and everything went blank, alright. I didn't get stage fright, I just blanked out. But anyways, we're going to try and get Spring Brookies Part 2 terminated as soon as possible, so that we can release part 1 and part 2 more or less in the same week. Alright? We have to take advantage of this because right now we have a big window open for trout. Okay, and we're 2 trout fanatics. I love eating trout, so you'll rarely see us thrown back. Alright? We will even let you know how good they were. But anyways, on that note, people, any questions, feel free to leave us a comment on our Facebook page,
Or YouTube channel.
the Quebec Outdoor Show. Alright? Our address is www.quebecoutoutdoorshow.com. www.facebook.com/the Quebec Outdoor Show. Alright, you should be able to reach us with that. Our YouTube channel, you're watching. You already know where it is. Why? Because I've already shared this everywhere. Alright? I've shared this with people I should know. But hey, who cares? Right?
Pass the word.
We need subscribers. We need people to like this. Okay? Because we only have one thing that we can really take pride in doing right now, and this is it. Alright?
It would just make it.
We take pride in what we do. Why? Because we take pride in eating these suckers afterwards. So we gotta get out there and get them, right? So we might as well share it with somebody. So, on that note, we bid you a farewell for now from the Quebec Outdoor Show. Until next time, please people, share both our Facebook page and our YouTube channel. Subscribe, like, okay, and like I said, you guys, our subscribers, are the ones who are going to decide this summer what species of fish we will be fishing for. Okay, we're not saying that every trip we make you guys decide.
Or you're
no,
guaranteed.
no. Alright? Because somebody's going to send us for suckers, and we're going to feel like suckers. Alright? We're not going to be too damn happy. Why? Because we can't eat these suckers. Alright? Send me for pike. I'll even show you guys how to fillet them. Alright? So that no bones. On a good sized pike, people, in case you didn't know this, 6. There are 6 damn good fillets. Not just 2. There are 6. Okay? Any fish that has to be filleted, I will literally show you how to do it. Any other fish that, like trout, where you just clean them, make sure that the blood is out. You have the option of keeping the head or not. That's your choice. I keep it extra flavor, and there's some parts of the head which are really good. Alright? But we're going to try and do everything. Okay, show you guys everything. But then again, don't forget, we are not professionals, people. Okay, we're just 2 average Joes in Quebec, bored out of our cotton picking mind. Alright, so we decided while we're fishing to keep ourselves busy, because we know how fast we can land these things. Alright? If Brandon outfishes me, it won't be for long. Okay, it's not because I'm an asshole. It's not because I'm a prick. It's not because I'm competitive.
More experience.
Yes, it is because I'm competitive. Alright? But if he catches more than me one day, he will get the show for it. He will get the praise for it. Alright? So don't get me wrong. Alright? Each man will get the glory that he deserves.
Don't forget, I still
Alright?
the record.
But, people, from this day on, my co-host and I will be competing against each other. Like usual. Alright? Who's got the biggest? Who's got the most? And in reality, people, we don't give a fuck. Alright? Excuse the language, but we don't give a fuck. As long as they fit in that frying pan, they taste good, they are edible, they are in season,
We're having fun.
we are happy.
We're having fun.
Okay? We are not stuck in the house. My dog is not stuck in the house. We are catching fish. We're happy. Alright? There will be times, right now, I'm telling you right now, if you're expecting a whole summer of nothing but sunny videos, go screw yourself.
It rains here.
Alright? You guys have bad weather down there. We have bad weather up here.
It don't.
Okay? It doesn't matter. If there's not a hurricane passing by here, and I know that trout or pike or walleye are biting, you guys are going to be coming and getting wet with us. Alright? There's one thing that you've noticed about a lot of fishing shows. Weather starts getting bad, you don't see that. You don't see that show. Guess what? You will. Alright?
here and get over
It's that simple. Bloopers? Huh. We are a blooper.
There will be some.
It's that simple. There's that word again. Simple. Oh, fuck is this simple? Alright, it's as simple as me asking Brandon to give me my pack of cigarettes over there. Okay, and lighting one up. Alright?
I'm getting thrown at you.
And it's as simple as Brandon
Throwing you an empty
giving me
pack.
an empty pack
You asked for that
so that
pack.
I cannot light one up.
The problem
Alright?
is he asked for that pack.
So, you guys choose the minimum amount of times that we will let you guys choose what fish we will be fishing for that week. It's 5. Alright? So, out of our summer, you guys have 5 weeks where we're catching what you want. And then, you guys are going to see what we want. What we eat. Okay? For those of you with gardens, don't forget, we are on YouTube. Suckers, we throw them back. Alright? We are not going to mail them to you.
We can't.
Okay? We're not going to email them to you.
Mail a fish. Come on.
We are not going to get a pigeon to bring them to you, like carrier pigeons. I'm sorry, that's out of the
You
question.
can't get across the border.
Alright? We do not have the budget to drive to wherever the hell you are just to bring you a friggin' sucker. Alright? But, if you guys leave us your name and your address
Send you a picture.
in a private message, we will send you a sucker. You tell us what flavor you want, strawberry, chocolate, whatever. We will literally go out and buy you a 25-cent sucker and mail it to you. Alright? And then you can put it in a piece of, in a little cabinet there in case of emergency. Alright? Go kill the Quebec outdoor show guys. Alright? Because we're the ones who are screwing you around. Alright? But anyways, anybody that goes for fish, they do not eat, release. Catch and release. Big fish, people. You want to get it stuffed. Look, take pictures. Bring a notepad with you. A pen. Take your measurements. Proper measurements. Girth, length. Inform yourself with a taxidermist before you even go. If you think that,
shit, don't
you know,
forget. I only-
you want
I
to
only
keep
put
the
the
trophy
things on there.
fish. Alright? Inform yourself with a taxidermist. What measurements you need. What would he need in order to duplicate your own record breaker. Alright? Do not keep the big ones, guys. Alright?
Breeders.
They do not have a length limit for nothing. Alright? Clean up where you fish. Be respectful towards other anglers, towards other civilians, whatever the hell you want to call them. Alright? And people will be able to fish for years, decades, maybe even centuries if we start taking care of our natural environment. And what I mean by that is, you don't go into the woods with, let's say, a case of beer, walk out half tank, and you leave your freaking case there. Because, trust me, when I get to that spot, I'm going to be pissed. So's the next guy, and the next guy, and the next guy. Alright? Remember, fish live in our brooks, our streams, our rivers, our lakes. They do not need our garbage. Alright? If you will not swim in this lake, why should they live in it? Alright? Broken bottles, beer bottles thrown all over the place, garbage floating on water. Hey, come on, we got that in the oceans. We got some of that in our Great Lakes already. Alright? The only thing we have left that is clean and pure are our rivers, our brooks, our streams. That is the last place that we can really ensure that it stays clean. And I got bad news for you. Some of you guys just don't care. Alright? Because we've been in places, just go for Brooks. Alright? You go in, no equipment whatsoever. You don't get too close to the brook, because if there is anything, they'll see us. You want to see them before they see you. Alright? But when we see garbage, we're screwed. Alright? So on that note, people, we're going to finish our videos. We're going to get 2 out within the next week. Let us know what you think. Get your friends, families, lovers, mistresses, dogs, cats, your pets, your whatever. Alright? Grab them all when you're looking at our videos. We're going to put a bit of comedy in there if we can.
Oh yeah.
Alright? That's guaranteed. If I have to throw this guy off a bridge, just to make you guys laugh for 2 seconds,
So be it.
I'll do it. Alright? He won't like it. I don't give a fuck. He's not paid. He's not paid. Alright? Neither am I. So we don't give a rat's ass. Alright? We are here to do this for 2 main reasons. To keep ourselves busy, because we like it. We like doing this.
Oh yeah.
We love doing this for you guys. Alright? You guys are about 75% of the reason why we're doing this. The other 25% is ourselves. Our own egos. Alright? Because we are not professionals.
No.
But god damn it, people, you swear at times we were. Alright? And there's a lot of professionals out there. I hope you're hearing me. Alright? I am not a professional. But god damn, you come up here, I'll outfish you. I won't mention names, alright? Because there's a lot of you guys that I like. A lot of fishing shows I love, alright? You guys just need to improve things, alright? The things you guys need to improve are what we are going to improve as we evolve, alright? So, you guys will be there for evolution, everything, okay? So don't forget, you guys have 5 weeks out of this summer where we, during those 5 weeks, we will select which weeks, alright? So that,
And let you know what's
let's say, this week we have part 2 of spring brookies that we have to finish. Alright, so this week is not yours. But if we were to tell you in 2 weeks from now, it's your choice, then we expect to see comments on what we should go out for. Alright? So, on that, enjoy. Please enjoy this. Alright? Like our Facebook page as well as our YouTube channel. Share our Facebook page. Share our YouTube channel. Share our videos. Okay? Add our video to your playlist. Do not, under any circumstances, copy any part of our videos, because they will be copyrighted. Alright? If you need to take a still picture of a fish that we caught, just ask us. Alright? We'll say yes. That, it doesn't
If you ask permission.
It doesn't cancel our copyright, but you have our permission to use whichever section that you guys want. But we want to know which section that is. Alright? It's that simple. Okay? I've told this to many people during my 53 years. Ask. The worst that can happen is that we say no. Alright, it's that simple. Now, in our ventures, in our trips, in our fishing and all that, we will be bringing in guests. Okay, it's people that want to come fishing with us. They are also, by no means, pros. Alright? Some of them are photogenic, some of them aren't. We don't care. We're there to have fun. We're there to educate you guys that don't know anything about fishing or are beginning.
The uneducated.
Alright? We will be asking these people questions on where we're fishing and all that, but don't forget, we will not pinpoint any location out. because our honey holes remain our honey holes. You want me to share your honey with you?
You share one with us.
No problem. You better share your whole jar with me. Alright? It's that simple. So on that note, people, share, like, share, like, share, subscribe, please. We need subscribers. We have 70 of you so far. We need 250. I have 1,500 friends on Facebook, and if I could get 1,500 of them to subscribe, I'd be happy. Oh man, I'd be ecstatic. You guys wanted me to go whale hunting, I would literally go. I wouldn't tell you her name or where she lives, alright, but I would go. Alright, so anyway, subscribe, like, share, enjoy the outdoors, keep everything clean. You walk into a place that's clean, you leave it's clean. Burn your garbage. Make sure you put all your campfires out. You're not near water, you're not near a brook, you're not near a stream, you're not near an outhouse where you can get water to put it out. You don't have any water in your camper, your tent, whatever. Do not make a fire. Alright, that's simple. Garbage bags. Put everything in a garbage bag. Take it out. Alright? You guys come fishing where we were, and you will see we don't leave nothing behind. Nothing. Except our footprints. And an empty hole. Alright? It's that simple. We do not exceed our limit, but I refuse to give up on a hole as long as something is biting. Alright? It's that simple. Enjoy, people. Like, share, subscribe. Peace out.
Yeah.